Hello guys, welcome to day 2 of Azure Cloud Security Technologies with Francis. Today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Sentinel, right? So what is Microsoft Sentinel? Basically, Microsoft Sentinel is a tool in Microsoft's cloud security toolset that offers SIEM and SOAR services. What are SIEM services, right? Basically, they are security information event management services, and SOAR is security orchestration, automation, and response. So if you're thinking Microsoft Sentinel, I want you to think four basic functions. The four basic functions are: one is collect, collect data; dictate stress and vulnerabilities; investigate; and the last one would be to respond. That's basically what Microsoft Sentinel does. Um, and the beauty of Microsoft Sentinel is the fact that it leverages AI, artificial intelligence, to collect data, investigate data, to find out the root causes, and to maybe respond to these data, to the respond to these threats and vulnerabilities automatically. Um, you can automate the response to these threats and vulnerabilities, but to do that you have to already have pre-configured playbooks. We call them playbooks on Microsoft Sentinel. It's also a feature available in Microsoft Azure that can be linked to Microsoft Sentinel, where you configure tasks that you want to be carried out if a certain threat or vulnerability has been recorded by Microsoft Sentinel. Basically, how it works is you set a rule. Let's say, for example, you specify that if user A logs into the account or company domain from anywhere, any other location apart from the office building, they do not get access to certain files and certain apps until they are present again in the office building. Now, if you configure that in playbooks, and you have Microsoft Sentinel connected to your, let's say, Azure Active Directory, when user A logs into their account from maybe from the coffee shop, just 2 blocks down the street, they won't be able to access those files or those features that you have blocked them from accessing. But the good thing is you didn't have to go back in to specify that when the alert came off. Once the alert came off, he sent a signal through Microsoft Sentinel to your playbooks, and it was automatically initiated that they wouldn't be able to have access to those certain files, maybe because of the kind of information that's available on the file. You don't want anyone outside the office building to have access to those files, right? So for you to get Microsoft Sentinel working, you need to create a log analytics workspace, because basically Microsoft Sentinel collect logs, right? And for you to function optimally, you need to have an environment or a workspace that optimizes using logs. So you have to create a log analytics workspace. You create another analytics workspace, then you select what service you want Microsoft Sentinel to be collecting logs from. Let's say you want Microsoft Sentinel to be collecting logs from Azure Active Directory. You use what we call connectors, and specify that you want Microsoft Sentinel to collect logs from Azure Active Directory. Now you're also able to configure and specify what type of logs you want. Is it passport authentication logs, multiple login attempt logs? It collects whatever logs you specify that it collects. And the good thing is, when it starts collecting these logs, you're able to query these logs. You can go ahead and use queries to be able to find threats, hunt for threats in the logs that are being collected from in Microsoft Sentinel from your Azure Active Directory. So basically, like I said, once you think Microsoft Sentinel, you want to think about collect, investigate, respond, and dictate, which is what Microsoft Sentinel does. So basically, to recap, right, what does Microsoft Sentinel do? It collects logs using data connectors. You can orchestrate and automate tasks using playbooks. You can hunt you can hunt for threats and vulnerabilities using queries. And so that's basically like a summary of what Microsoft Sentinel does. Yeah, it is a really really good security tool available on Azure Cloud Technologies, and it is a cloud native tool. And cloud native tools is just basically cloud native tools are technologies that have been optimized to run in the cloud. And there are the three major features of the cloud native tool is automation, scalability, and portability. And these are all features that Microsoft Sentinel embodies. Thank you for watching, and see you again on the next episode of Azure Cloud Security Technologies with Francis. Bye.